Look, the IRS is quietly setting up a massive financial tax trap. And guess what? The countdown officially ends on January 1st, 2026. If you're just sitting back, thinking your 401k, your IRA, or your Social Security is completely safe, man, you're walking straight into an ambush. Most Americans are completely blindsided by this. They're staring at the mainstream news, while the government is literally preparing to become a 30% partner in your hard-earned life savings. Period. When the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act sunsets, your fixed income? Yeah, it's going to get absolutely wrecked. But look, the smart money, the top 1%, they aren't sweating this at all. Why? Because they're already moving their cash completely off the IRS radar, using 3 legal, low-key wealth safeguards that nobody is talking about on TV. Today, I'm breaking down the raw math, the exact IRS sections, and the ultimate Social Security shield you gotta deploy before the window slams shut. Let's dive straight into the data. To really get what's happening here, you gotta look at the cold, hard math the government is desperately trying to hide from you. Period. For decades, everyday Americans were told, hey, just throw your money into a traditional 401k or an IRA. You're gonna be fine. You'll be in a lower tax bracket when you retire. Right? Wrong. It's a total lie. Look at the national debt, and look at the 2026 sunset of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Taxes are mathematically forced to skyrocket. If you've got, say, $500,000 sitting in a traditional IRA right now, guess what? You don't actually own $500,000. No way. The IRS is your silent partner, and they already legally own 25 to 30% of your account. And by 2026, their share is going to get a whole lot bigger. This is exactly what we call the deferred tax time bomb. You're basically building a house on land that the IRS can repossess anytime they feel like changing the tax code. It's crazy. So, how do you defuse the bomb? Real quick. There are 3 market-based solutions used by the top 1% that are perfectly legal and available to you right now. Step number 1, the strategic Roth conversion ladder. Instead of waiting around for 2026 to hit you like a freight train, you need to fill your current tax bracket. Period. By converting portions of your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA now. While tax rates are at historic lows, you pay the tax today to ensure every single penny of future growth is tax-free. Forever. Think about it like this. You're paying the retail price on the seed, so you don't have to pay wholesale taxes on the whole harvest. That's just smart money. Step number 2, and honestly, this is the big one. You gotta shield your Social Security. Did you know the IRS uses something called provisional income to double tax your senior checks? Yeah. If your traditional 401k distributions are too high, they can tax up to 85% of your Social Security benefits. It's a total ripoff. But when you pivot that money into tax-free buckets like a Roth or an HSA, guess what? That income becomes completely invisible to their formula. You're literally throwing up a shield that the government cannot touch. This isn't just about saving a few bucks. Man, this is about survival. Look, at the end of the day, this 2026 tax shift isn't some wild conspiracy theory or a maybe. No way. It is literally written into the federal law. Period. So you really only have 2 choices here. You can either be the person who gets caught completely off guard in the middle-class trap, or you can be the person who took action while the window was still wide open. My entire mission here on Mon2 is to hand you the raw, unfiltered data that the mainstream media completely ignores. I want to help you keep what's rightfully yours and shield your family from this massive economic pivot. So, if you got some real value out of this deep dive, do me a huge favor and smash that like button right now. Seriously, it helps the algorithm push this critical info to more Americans who desperately need to hear it before it's too late. And look, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're tracking the IRS and the Social Security Administration every single week as we get closer to 2026. You don't want to miss it. Now, If you're stressed about how these crazy tax changes are going to specifically impact your traditional 401k or your IRA when you start taking money out, you need to go watch this video right here, right now. In that video, I break down the exact withdrawal sequence you got to use to cut your lifetime tax bill to absolute zero. Don't wait for the IRS to send you a massive bill. Take control of the math right now. Click it, and I'll see you over there.